Hi, welcome to the Yarn and Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Angela and all of the places you can find me should be linked in the description box just below this video. Welcome to a Yarn and Yarn Extra. I just thought I would pop by and have a little chat with you today. I'm here hanging out in my kitchen because I'm about to do some baking. It's Friday the something or other of March. I'm completely losing track of days and times at the moment. I've had a pretty good day so far. We're coming up on 2 o'clock and I've been to the shop to collect the post and pop out a couple of packages for a few people that contacted me about specific things, and also some stuff that was requested last week before the shop shut down had come into stock, so managed to get those all out and on the way this morning. And what else have I done? Oh, I started doing a little bit more spinning in the garden, but my neighbour's gone into the garden with her grandson and they were being quite loud and noisy, which is absolutely fine. He's a little boy and he's enjoying his playtime, but I thought it'd be a good excuse for me to come inside and do this baking that I've been meaning to do. So yeah, I thought I'd chat with you as I'm making and baking, so I hope you don't mind that today. I think I've mentioned here on the channel a couple of times that I'm trying to eat a gluten-free diet at the moment. I'm not allergic, but I'm definitely intolerant. So I'm having a go. I used to like baking a lot, but I haven't really been doing much in the last sort of 6-9 months since I started this gluten-free regime. So I thought I'd give a bit of gluten-free baking a go now I've got some extra time on my hands. I had a couple of courgettes left over from some cooking that we did earlier this week. So I thought, oh, what could I do with those? Oh, I could make a cake. So I had a search around on the internet and I came across a recipe on a website called beetspulsesandthyme.co.uk. It's a free recipe. I'll put a link below the video here so you can go and have a look at it yourself. And I figured it would be okay to share what I'm up to as it's free and available online. So I've been busy grating up my courgettes and getting ready for everything else that I need to do. So yeah, time to chuck everything in a bowl and mix it all together, I guess. The recipe calls for 2 courgettes, but I mean, to me that's a little bit subjective because my courgettes were quite large. Ooh, make of that what you will. So I've ended up with a fair bit of courgette. I'm just grating up the last of it now. So how that will mix with the sort of quantities given in the recipe, who knows. But we're going to give it a go. It's fun to experiment and it's all stuff that I have on hand. So I've done the messy job, finished grating that second courgette. Obviously I am keeping clean, washing my hands as I'm going along. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of this goes. The light's not the best today. It's really bright and sunny. Here in the kitchen, I'm surrounded by windows, so it's a little bit tricky to keep the light from shining off the camera, but hopefully you will bear with me. The recipe calls for 250 grams of ground almonds. That's instead of a flour. So I'm just adding those to my courgettes. How's everyone out there doing? It's been a week now, pretty much. Well, 5 days since the Prime Minister here asked us all to go out as little as possible. So how are you doing? Have you settled into new routines? Are you still having to go out to work? Obviously, I'm trying to minimise the amount of time that I'm spending outside for work purposes. I'm trying to go to the shop only once a week now, although I have been a couple of times this week, but I've timed it with my daily walks. I am trying to get out every day to get some fresh air. But yeah, I'd be really interested to know what your routines are, whether they're new routines that you're having to create for yourself or whether you're having to carry on with your everyday. Just let me know if you're doing okay. Adding some honey next into this mix. We're settling into new routines okay. James is working from home. He's got a full day of work to do every day. He works for a technology company and so they're all set up for working from home. So aside from the fact that he's not going into the office, it's pretty much business as usual for James at the moment. As you know, I'm trying to do as much as I can in terms of working from home, but my days just aren't full because my full-time job is working in the shop. So I am trying to work in the morning and then be a bit more leisurely in the afternoon, just to spread things out a bit, keep myself in some sort of routine. But I have to say I am missing that work routine. I'm especially missing the lovely ladies that come to the groups that I host in the shop. If you spent any sort of time on social media, you'll probably have seen many memes and all sorts of stuff, trying to bring a little bit of humour to this situation. We saw one the other day about partners getting annoyed by things that each other do, and we were sat at lunch and James had cooked himself this little pizza in the oven, and he was chewing really loudly. On a daily basis, the habits that he has and things don't really annoy me, but I noticed it today. It just made me chuckle that he was crunching his pizza and slurping his tea. So if that's what's happening after 5 days, who knows what we'll be like after 5 weeks. You'll have to excuse if there's a lot of chopping and changing and cuts in this video. I'm not doing a time lapse because I want to kind of chat to you as I'm going along, but that does mean as I'm kind of wandering around or wandering away that I should be chopping those bits out of the video. This recipe does say that your mixture is going to be quite soggy. I've got a ton of honey in there already, obviously the juice of the lemon, as well as the juices that will come from the courgette. Now I've got to put in 6 eggs. 6. The recipe is definitely true to the word. This is quite a sloppy mixture. I've got I think the original recipe calls for a 10-inch round tin. I've only got a loaf tin, so I've lined it with one of those liners, which I'll pour in my mixture. It's actually quite a lot there. So I might leave it at that. I might have enough for 2 cakes. Time to stick it in the oven. It takes about 45 minutes. So we'll be back then to see what it's like. Time for me to clean up this mess I've made. Tidying up and washing up done. My neighbour seems to have disappeared from her garden. So I'm going to sit out and try and finish spinning the rollags that I've been working on. And I've also got a couple of messages to reply to. As I've been filming, I saw a message pop up from my friend Lisa. Hi Lisa. And also from my friend Sarah. Hi Sarah. So I'm going to sit in the garden and reply to you guys now. You know I'm going to leave that in. Cake is out and it looks pretty good. I'm not sure how long it was baking for in the end because I've been sat outside spinning, and you might have seen James's face loom in the video. he came out as a little break from his work, and then as he came in, force of habit, he locked me in the back garden. And then he went on a work call. So I was sat out there for a little while. But I'm gonna leave the cake to cool for a couple of minutes, and then I'm gonna fill the tin back up again and cook the rest of that mixture. So we're gonna end up with 2 cakes. So I hope they're tasty. Looks okay. Finishing off the day with tea and cake. I had a small wee little try in the kitchen. It's a little bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. But there's no flour and no sugar in it, so I think it's just probably a case of getting used to a slightly different texture and taste. Definitely edible. So on that note, I think I'm going to sign off for today. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. Hope you have had the same. And until we get to spend time together again, I hope you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all. Bye for now.